But first, here's Tony with the restyled Dodge Caravan.
Has the best really got better, or is this just another piece of flim-flam from Iacocca? When Chrysler introduced its downsized minivans in 1984, a whole new market opened up, and just about every manufacturer of note has since taken a crack at it. Even though Chrysler's faced tough competition from Ford, GM, VW, Mazda and Toyota, it's managed to maintain a leadership role, and sales haven't lagged, even though many buyers knew there was a new model coming. Changes were made over the years, including a wider range of engines, a stretched wheelbase model, and various cosmetic upgrades. For 1991, a brand new van has been developed, and most of the gripes I had with earlier versions have been put right. There are both Dodge and Plymouth versions available, and we tested a well-loaded Dodge Caravan ES. Bodywork is all new, but the lines of earlier vans have been cleverly retained. There's a smoother look, particularly up front, although it might be said that Chrysler could have been a little bolder from the design standpoint. Even owners of older Caravan models failed to spot that our test van was a 91. Our Caravan was fitted with Chrysler's new 3.3-litre V6 engine, and I was impressed with its power and throttle response. The van takes off like a sports car, and caution has to be exercised to avoid squealing its tires at every stoplight and corner. A 4-speed automatic transmission was fitted, and this didn't take away any of the V6's excellent response. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour acceleration is in the 11-second range, and fuel economy will run about 11 litres per 100 kilometers in all-around use. Our loaded Caravan was stickered at $25,371. Various interior configurations are available, and ours came with a pair of individual second-row seats and the usual 3-place rear seat. This is not a very happy arrangement because it's hard to squeeze past the center pair of seats to get in the back. I prefer 2 rows of rear benches, and these are, of course, available for this van. I've complained about Chrysler van interiors in the past, but this one is superbly done in just about every way. Instrumentation and switchgear is Chrysler's best to date, and is well up to the Mazda MPV standards I've considered a yardstick for van quality. There's lots of stowage space, and a proper glove box replaces an earlier passenger seat bin arrangement. There were more drink holders than I could count, and for once some useful map pockets. Our Caravan came with some unusual features. Included were a roof-mounted compass next to a couple of handy storage bins, an intermittent rear wiper, steering wheel-mounted cruise control, and, no praise here, doors that lock automatically just after you drive away. Frankly, I like to make my own decision on whether to lock the doors when I'm driving around. The Caravan was as tight as a drum, with not a rattle or squeak anywhere in either body or trim. This new van is a great achievement for Chrysler and seems to be as good or better than anything on the market, regardless of where manufactured. Buyers tempted by Japanese products are going to have to take this one very seriously indeed. There are some neat vans on the market right now, and these include the Chevrolet Astro and Lumina APV, Pontiac Transport, Ford Aerostar, Toyota Previa, Mazda MPV, and VW Vanagon, soon to be replaced by a new model. Well, I think this is a real winner, Ted.
Yeah, they've hit the market with this one. I want to emphasize that this is a restyled van. This is quite different from the old one. Your point about the door locks is very well taken. When I first got into this thing, I thought, what's going on here? Is this another Chrysler electrical fault or something? Really a bad feature. I got no use for that at all. But I do like this thing in just about every other way, except for the price. We're nudging $26,000 here, and I think that's just getting a little bit high, you know. But
well, maybe, but it's possible with any of these vans these days. You can get up there. I mean, you can pay like over $30,000 for an MPV Mazda 4-wheel drive. But the thing about this van is, I think, for a long time they were number one. Yep. They were the best van around and so forth. They didn't do very much to change them, and all the other competition came in, the domestic competition, the Previas and the MPVs and so forth, and then they came out with this one. Yeah. And I was skeptical, but it's good.
It's good. Really it's very, very good. If I wanted to be picky, I could sort of groan about the fact that it's not rear drive. I really feel that in this kind of a configuration, rear drive is the way to go. That's why if I had to choose between this one and the next one, which is the MPV, I would go with the MPV. Not that it's better, but I just think for weight distribution and dynamics that rear drive is the way to go. This is very good. I'm not putting it down, but rear drive makes that little bit of difference.
Well, I don't agree with that. I think that the traction benefits of front-wheel drive in snow and slippery weather are really important. I think a lot of people have stayed with these vans, even though they became a little bit outdated because they had front-wheel drive.
But in this vehicle, if you have to do a panic stop in a real high-speed situation, all the mass is up front, especially if there's no one in the back, and you've got all this weight and inertia up front, and I know it's like a Doppler effect. The thing just spins out of control, and I would not want to be in this car in a panic braking
problem. Let's sum up here, okay. Things we didn't like about this, just those dreadful automatic door locks. Like to make our own decisions on that, but you don't have to have those. Okay, on the plus side, the powertrain was excellent, fit and finish, best yet for Chrysler, stowage better than ever before. Driving dollar value, I gave this one 7/8 of a tank. It would have been a full tank except for tiny details.